Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the New York Giants.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
On first down, Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now Jones.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And 1 yard to go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 15-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Brew Vein 2021.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6'1 quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heineke.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say a great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run with McKissick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a 29-yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
they will run it. It's McKissick, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 9 matchup coming up next. Pittsburgh Steelers 4-3, Dallas Cowboys 3-5.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a
NFL
3 and out.
Madden Week Season 192021 Week 9 matchup coming up next. Seattle Seahawks 6-1 Buffalo Bills 5-3.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These two teams all tied after one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Here we go. No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Powers through again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down by...
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Heineke. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a gain.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took
The
the advice of
NFL
the
Madden
player,
League
you threw it
Season
yourself, but it didn't go your
192-021
way.
Week 9 matchup coming up next. New Orleans Saints 4-3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-3.
The play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run.
The NFL Madden League Season 192-021 Week 9 matchup coming up next. Baltimore Ravens 3-4, Indianapolis Colts 4-3.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammate...
Now Clement fumbles the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Pass complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick. He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And here's Lewis. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and bunch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it left side. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
24. Giants 7.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
The tackle made back at the
loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll set up a throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Taylor Heineke sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
5 yards gets them back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
3rd and 11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Heineke's pass.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
11 yards there, 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
Throwing again. Jones. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kelvin Harmon, 75 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here's Lewis.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away.
Over the middle here to Rudolph.
Jones pass.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
On the play. First down, New York.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield.
Jones.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky man. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The New York set to take the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Jones
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
Jones.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 1st downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Chase Young
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be full. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick is good.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That's going to run 25 yards.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
The ball carrier.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
For a Washington.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Barber. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Chase Young
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Week 9 New York Giants 2-8 Washington football team 3-1 final.
Tonight's finals.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.